Welcome back to my channel. Children, today we are going to start the fourth part of acid, bases and salts. So in this fourth part, we are going to learn about the bases, mainly the preparation of the bases, the properties of the bases and uses of bases. So children, if you have not seen the previous video, the link I am providing in the description section. You can go through it and after that you can view this video. Let me remind you, if you have not subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe it now itself and press the bell icon, because if you don't press the bell icon, you may not get the updates of my upcoming video. So it's my request to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Now let us start our lesson. First of all, we will see the different methods used for the preparation of bases. So dear children, here I want to clear you that we cannot use a single method for all the bases. Different bases can be prepared by different methods. So first one we will see, some of the bases can be prepared from metals by the action of metals, reaction of metals with oxygen. So you can see when metal react with oxygen, it gives a base. Similarly, for example, you can see here sodium reacts with oxygen to form sodium oxide. So active metal like sodium or magnesium, you can see here, magnesium react with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. Next, we can see the bases can be prepared by the action of water on reactive metal. When a reactive metal reacts with bases, water, then you can find they form base and alkali, base or alkali and hydrogen. So for example, when sodium reacts with water, then sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen. Children, remember this reaction is very explosive reaction. So practically this reaction can be done when it is supervised by an expert. And calcium reacts with water to form calcium hydroxide and hydrogen. Hydrogen gas is the common product here in this reaction. Next method is by the action of water on soluble metallic oxide. When a soluble metallic oxide reacts with water, it gives a base or alkali. For example, sodium oxide is a soluble metallic oxide. When it reacts with water, it gives sodium hydroxide. Similarly, calcium oxide, when react with water, it gives calcium hydroxide. Now let us move to the next method. Next method is, some of the bases are prepared by double decomposition reaction. For example, you can see when base or alkali, mainly alkali, when reacts with salt solution, then it gives basic hydroxide plus normal salt. Like ferric chloride, when react with sodium hydroxide, it gives an insoluble base, ferric hydroxide. And this ferric hydroxide, the color of ferric hydroxide is reddish brown. Along with that, a normal salt, sodium chloride, is formed. Similarly, copper sulfate, when reacts with sodium hydroxide, it gives an insoluble base, copper hydroxide, which is pale blue in color. And along with that, sodium sulfate is formed. Here ferric hydroxide and copper hydroxide, these two are obtained as precipitate. Next method of preparation we will see, that is by the action of oxygen on metal sulfides. When metal sulfide reacts with oxygen, heated with oxygen, then it gives the metal oxide plus sulfur dioxide. This method is known as roasting. Children, remember this method is known as roasting. You can see here, this method is known as roasting. R O A S T I N G. So this method is known as roasting. This is a very common process in metallurgy. So we will see zinc sulfide when reacts with oxygen, then it gives zinc oxide plus sulfur dioxide. Similarly, lead sulfide when reacts with oxygen, it gives lead oxide plus sulfur dioxide. Now let us come to the next method. It is by the decomposition of carbonate salt, thermal decomposition of carbonate salt. When carbonate salt is heated, then it gives basic oxide and carbon dioxide. Like for example, you can take calcium carbonate when heated, it gives calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Copper carbonate when it is heated, it gives copper oxide plus carbon dioxide. Next method is by decomposition of nitrate salt. When nitrate salts are heated, then they give the corresponding oxide, metal oxide plus nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. For example, you can see here calcium nitrate. When it is heated, it gives calcium oxide plus nitrogen dioxide plus oxygen. Similarly, when zinc nitrate is heated, it gives zinc oxide plus nitrogen dioxide plus oxygen. Finally, by the action of water on ammonia. In this method, we can prepare ammonium hydroxide. So, ammonium hydroxide can be prepared when we dissolve ammonia gas in water, which is a weak alkali. Now, students, moving forward, let us move to the point properties of bases or alkalis. When we say properties of bases and alkalis, it can be of two types. The first one is the physical properties and the chemical properties. So let us learn about the physical properties first. First one, you can see bases have a sharp and bitter taste. Before this, we have already learned that acids are having a sour taste and bases have a bitter taste. Then the second physical property of base is they are soapy and they are slippery to touch. You just can take the example of soap. When you touch a soap, because of the base present, it is soapy and slippery. Next property of bases, they are strong electrolytes. What does it mean? In their aqueous solution, they conduct electricity because they contain ions. So they are very strong electrolytes. Then they show a mild corrosive action on the skin. Mainly some of the strong bases, alkalis like sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, they are having a mild corrosive action on skin. So dear students, now moving forward, let us discuss about the chemical properties of bases or alkalis. So the first property I want to tell you, it is the reaction of a base or alkali with carbon dioxide. When bases react with carbon dioxide or alkali reacts with carbon dioxide, they produce the corresponding salt plus water, corresponding carbonate salt plus water. So here you can see strong alkali plus carbon dioxide gives salt plus water. Which salt? Carbonate salt. Now, for example, when sodium hydroxide reacts with carbon dioxide, it gives sodium carbonate plus water. When the potassium hydroxide reacts with carbon dioxide, then it produces potassium carbonate plus water. The next property, chemical property we can discuss is the neutralization reaction. For neutralization reaction, as whole in detail we will learn in another next video. I will upload that one, but here we will see neutralization reaction means when bases or alkalis react with what? Acid, then they give salt and water. You can see here calcium hydroxide when react with HCl, hydrochloric acid, then it gives calcium chloride and water. Similarly, ferrous hydroxide FeOH2 when reacts with hydrochloric acid, then it gives ferrous chloride and water. Now the next chemical property we will see here is with soluble salts of heavy metals. When alkali react with soluble salts of heavy metals, then they produce the corresponding metallic hydroxide, and most of the time you can find this come out as a precipitate, insoluble. The hydroxide of heavy metal are insoluble precipitate. So you can see here strong alkali when reacts with metallic salt, then salt is formed, along with that an insoluble base is formed. Ammonium hydroxide when react with copper sulfate, it gives ammonium sulfate as a very simple salt and an insoluble base copper hydroxide, and this copper hydroxide is pale blue in color. Similarly, when sodium hydroxide reacts with ferrous chloride, then ferrous hydroxide is formed along with sodium chloride. So ferrous hydroxide is an insoluble base and its color is dirty green. So it gives a dirty green precipitate. Next is reaction with ammonium salt. Reaction with ammonium salt. Children, when alkali or bases react with ammonium salt, when they are warmed with ammonium salt, then the products are ammonia, then water along with the salt. Ammonia and water are the common product here. Suppose when calcium hydroxide, which is also known as the slack lime, reacts with ammonium chloride, then it gives calcium chloride plus ammonia plus water. Similarly, if you take potassium hydroxide with ammonium sulfate, then we will get potassium sulfate plus ammonia plus water. So this is how the bases react with different substances. These are the chemical properties of bases. Now children, we have come to the last part of our lesson, that is the uses of bases, the uses of different alkalis. So some of the bases or alkalis, they are used for different purpose. We will just see a small list of that. First one I am going to tell you, sodium hydroxide, which is used in the manufacture of soap. Sodium hydroxide is used in the manufacture of soap. Mainly the laundry soap are manufactured using sodium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide, it is used in the manufacture of soap. Mainly the toilet soap, bathing soap are manufactured using potassium hydroxide, and also it is used for the manufacture of different salts, and it is used in alkaline batteries. Next is calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide, it is used in the manufacture of bleaching powder, which is a very useful substance, all of you know, and also it is used to suction the hard water. Magnesium hydroxide, it is also known as milk of magnesia. It is used as an antacid. Aluminium hydroxide, it is used in the fire extinguisher as a foaming agent. The next is ammonium hydroxide, and ammonium hydroxide is used as a cleansing agent. Mainly it is used to remove grease stains from clothes. And magnesia, which is known as, which is the formula is MgO, and its use is, it is used in making refractories brick. Finally, calcium oxide, CaO, which is also known as quicklime. Quicklime, the use is, It is used as a drying agent in many chemical processes, and in metallurgical industry it is used as a basic flux. Before concluding, I hope that this video, you like this video very much and it is useful for you, and if it is so, don't forget to press the like button, because one like, it will encourage me and I will upload such videos, interesting videos in the future. And also you can share it with your friends so that other also can get the benefits, and don't forget to comment your feedback in the comment section. So thank you, thanks for watching, have a nice day.